Talk. Talk. Talk to me Tuesday. Welcome to Talk to Me Tuesday on a Tuesday. I'm your host, Madi B, and today we're going to do a special show. It's going to be very, very different. You're going to see on the screen now our special guest, which is the managing partner, Ramesh Raghuthaman. Hey, Ramesh.
Hey, Talk to Me Tuesday, quarantine style.
Quarantine style, you got it. So we want to welcome you guys to the show today. Even though we're at home, we're in our own space, we want to introduce to you our new studio, temporarily for quarantine. So we want to welcome you guys into our home. My home is your home, as well as Ramesh, which we see his awesome paintings over there.
Yes. These are my wonderful artwork for my daughters. They're quite the artists.
Yes, for sure. So, you know what? We're doing a quarantine style video for COVID-19. We're going to talk a little bit about that because I think it's very important that we really address what's going on in the world and in your nearby city and or state. But before we get into that, Ramesh, let me ask you, tomorrow is midway through the year, and tell me about how your 2020 has been for you, because it hasn't been so bright for many.
It's unbelievable. First, when you say July 1st, I can't believe that we are halfway through the year. I mean, Madi, where did the time go? Look, my 2020, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, it's been challenging as it has been for most. We've been very, very blessed in the sense that we've been able to continue to work, and our firm has been able to continue to work. I'm very glad that our employees and everybody, we were not forced to, reduce any of our staff or have any layoffs. We've been very blessed in that sense, but that doesn't change the overall opinion and feeling that we have for what's been going on outside in our community. And it's a tough pill to swallow. I mean, 2020, not only in terms of the coronavirus, but, just with the racial cultural tones that have been going on in this country. In addition to that, it's been really tough. It's been challenging. I don't think that we've had a time in any recent history that one can kind of relate to what we've been going on here. But look, we as a group and us as individuals have a responsibility to take this time and make the best out of it and continue to pay it forward. So I'm hoping that the second half of the year is going to be better for all of us. But here's hoping to us getting past this stage in this period.
Yeah, and look, well said. There's just hopefully everything, we speak it into existence. So go ahead and start saying those words right now. We will have a better second half of the year. Once you keep speaking that into existence, that's exactly what's going to happen. Watch and mark my words. It's awesome, Attorney Ramesh Raghuthaman, that you guys have been blessed, and you guys have been able to still keep afloat. There's some companies that are just not able right now to work fully remote. Either that, or they didn't prepare their infrastructure to go remote, And so I think that is awesome that you guys figured it out to where business doesn't suffer.
Yeah, well, we were prepared. One of the things that I think, Madi, you've been with us now, I think, 5 years?
Yeah, 5 good old years.
5 years. I mean, one thing that you can know with us now is that, we absolutely are prepared for the future. I mean, there's not one thing that we want to be dependent or reliant upon. So the fact that this has come by and we've been able to withstand it and be able to continue to do what we do, it's one, it's been no surprise to me, but two, it does make me realize how lucky we are. Because you are right, there are a lot of other businesses, a lot of other industries and communities that have been really, really hit hard.
Yeah, and I love that you said the future's looking bright, not just for us, but also for our country. Just like you said, the social injustice. I mean, we are here to definitely make a change and make a difference. I know we've kind of had some aside episodes. I know you guys watch Talk to Me Tuesday on a Tuesday, but we also have a special edition that comes on different days. So in this one in particular, comes out on Fridays. We do talk about those topics that are going out in our community right now, about racial slurs, about maybe comments that people don't even realize that they are coming off offensively. And it does start with us. It starts with every household. It doesn't matter what color you are or what racial background you are. It starts in your home by educating your kids on that everything is just one sound, one color, one voice. So I think I'm very excited about that for sure, because I get to see the future on what change we can establish, not just as individuals on these platforms. Attorneys, you guys are doing a lot right now to try to make that change and put your voice out there, because you guys are on that platform.
Absolutely, absolutely. With kind of what is it called, with the position that we're in comes a lot of responsibility, right? When you're in a position of leadership, you have to take the responsibility serious. I'm really glad that you mentioned the additional shows. I do want to say I thank everyone for the feedback that we had for the panel after the George Floyd matter. The tragedy that was George Floyd. I got a lot of positive feedback from all over the country, from my friends, from my fraternity brothers, from family, just people reaching out to me saying we did a great job. Marty, you did a wonderful job hosting that. And
thank you.
Great idea. If you guys don't know, it was her idea. So, but yeah, it was fantastic. So thank you.
Yeah, and we're gonna have more of those shows. They're topics that as a community, we do need to talk about. We just need to have a round table, whether it's through Zoom, whether it's through Facebook Live, but we all need to have a seat at the table. We all need to talk about these topics openly and honestly, because that is how we get to induce some change. So we are gonna kind of make sure you just follow our social media, because we will be putting out there when those episodes are coming. They won't be on Tuesday. They will be on additional days. So make sure you look out for them, because we would love for you to have a seat at the table and definitely give us your opinion. That way we can all, grow as individuals. So speaking of these topics, I know we're talking about social injustice, but there's also COVID. We're going to talk about COVID today. We're going to talk about the 4th of July that's coming around the corner. And most importantly, why you guys are on the show also is because you want to know if you are the winner for hero behavior of this month. So we will get to that. We want more of our viewers to get on the show, so that way we can have the winner on the show live and we can get some comments. So Houston, Texas, and Texas, okay? Texas is really bad right now with the whole COVID. Houston is at a level 1, code red. It's severe, okay? What that means, it's a public threat. They can't control the spread. It's uncontrollable. So they're advising for you to stay home. We got this graphic that you guys kind of see on the screen from ABC 13. It's all over the news. If you guys are in a different city and state, you guys may have gotten a different alert. Some people got the Amber Alert on their phones this whole last weekend within your residential area. So I know San Antonio, Austin, Dallas, you guys all received it as well. Even we received it. But we all kind of had a little bit of a different message depending on the severity of your city. So I kind of want to touch base a little bit. Houston is the hot spot right now. We're in Houston, which is why we're bringing the show to you live from our home, okay? Because we chose the safe route to stay at home and to be more wise and definitely be on the smart side on not spreading anything. So I know there's some other states, like Florida is another severe state, and we are practicing social distancing. make sure you stay at home as much as you can. But Ramesh, what advice, based on what you've seen and the things that you've gone through, you do have family members,
Mhm.
you do have little ones. So what advice do you have for our viewers right now that are experiencing this COVID? And I will tell you, a lot of people right now are annoyed with a girl named COVID. Okay.
Ah, absolutely, I understand. Well, the first thing I can say to you is this: wear your mask. Okay, it is the most important thing that we can do. Look, I don't want to wear the mask. I think it's irritating. It's a pain in the neck to carry with me. It's uncomfortable. I don't feel like I can breathe sometimes with it. But it's not about you. It's about your responsibility to everybody else. Okay, and sure, I know there's articles out there that say masks don't do this and masks don't do that. Just wear your mask. Stop being a baby about it, okay? I mean, it's not a big ask. Here's where I come out on it, okay? If the community, if your community and your leaders are asking you to wear a mask, is it that big of an ask? Are they asking you that much? No, they're not. Do your part. Okay. I see all these videos and things and memes about people who don't want to wear their mask and how it's tyranny that somebody has to make us wear a mask. No, it's not. It's not. And it's not that big of a deal. So just, suck it
Yeah.
up and wear your mask and wash your hands. Although you should have been washing your hands to begin with. I saw Governor Abbott say Texans need to go back to washing your hands. I don't know about you, but I never stopped washing my hands. So
Yes, absolutely. And you know what? I like that. We're going to kind of talk about the masks here in a little bit. But now, like, I'm gonna turn it a little bit to the business side, Ramesh. And what does it mean to you? You gave great sound advice. I really do agree with you. And if you guys are going to step out the door, go get to go or go to whatever is open, wear your mask. I think that is a good advice, a huge ask. If you're at home and in your car, leave your mask off. That's fine. But now let's kind of turn it a little bit to the business. What does this mean for your business, which is a law firm?
yeah.
What is this COVID, or what type of advice or what suggestions do you give, and what does it mean to your business?
So for us, look, so when we talked about it, obviously with you and our other leadership team members here, Marty. You've been part of those discussions as to what we needed to do. We have a responsibility to our employees and to our staff, okay? And that responsibility is to make sure that they are safe and healthy, and that we provide an environment, when applicable, that meets those two criteria. Okay. As you know, before we got shut down, we did start allowing up to like 25% of our team to come back in, but we have marked the floors. We have put sanitation and the sanitizer almost at every level at the law firm. We have people taking temperatures before you walk in. So we're trying to do our part. Additionally, remember, we are in a service industry, okay? So while we have to understand what COVID means and take care of our surroundings and the people that are around us, we still have an ethical responsibility and duty to our clients and to their cases, okay? Just because things stop with us or things become a little bit more difficult with us, it does not mean that our ethical obligation to our clients stops. That never stops. So that is why we are prepared. That is why our firm is, equipped and has the infrastructure to work remote, because we still have to move those cases forward. Remember, it's unfortunate, but our clients are hurting, okay? And we have to do everything we can to make sure that we are moving that process forward and getting those clients better.
Yeah, and you know what? A great point that you're bringing up is, although we're in the service industry, that business doesn't stop for us. So as long as you keep driving, as long as there's products out there, there could be a personal injury, and that's exactly what we do at this law firm. So although the world may be at a halt right now, we still have, the need to, as long as the attorneys go, to help and aid clients that are out there that are getting in accidents on a daily basis. It doesn't stop. So this service is, in my opinion, a very important service, because attorney is needed, and to take legal action for those that have been either injured personally or in an accident.
Absolutely. Like I said, I think you said it great. It's key for us to continue to move our cases forward and continue to communicate with our clients, continue to give them an opportunity, and continue to kind of resolve the issues that they have. But we are met with the challenges of COVID and its far-reaching kind of effect. So.
Yeah, it's a great sound to hear that the risk or any type of issues that you guys are experiencing are very low level in comparison to other businesses. So now, Attorney Ramesh, now let's get personal here. So what are some things that you've picked up during quarantine that wasn't part of like your normal routine? I know you just mentioned like your normal routine before you used to always wash your hands, okay? And maybe some people are now becoming more germophobic, or maybe more people are being more mindful. But what are some things you picked up during the quarantine that now you're including in your normal?
I kind of lost you there. I didn't hear the last part.
Yeah, it's okay. We lost you too, but you're back on. So what are some things that you picked up during quarantine that wasn't a part of your normal routine? Okay, are you still there? Are you still there? You hear us?
We're back.
Yeah. So we probably are experiencing some type of technical difficulties.
Hello?
For those of you guys that are watching, but
I do.
Okay, go ahead. Let us know.
All right, I'm back. All right. I'm sorry, I didn't hear the rest of that, Marty.
It's okay. So as far as during quarantine, what type of habits did you pick up that wasn't part of your normal routine?
Oh, you know what? The amazing thing during quarantine, and I think, Marty, I'm going to tell them the joke that I told you. I decided that during quarantine, I was not going to turn out to be a member of the cast of My 600-Pound Life. So I started walking and running in the mornings, and I've been doing that religiously. It's gotten a little bit more difficult now that it is hot, because it is so hot. Earlier on during quarantine, it was a little bit easier. I was able to kind of do it morning, evening. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed the exercise component of it. I've been going with the girls too, and that's been fun as well. So spending time with my daughters, and we only took the dogs once. It made it really difficult to do the walk with the dogs. Other than that, yeah, it's been great.
Awesome. Well, I think that's a great habit to kind of incorporate in your normal routine. So that's awesome that you are incorporating that and you're working out, which is part of, fighting the getting a healthy immune system, and fighting this virus is definitely by working out. So now that we uncovered a little bit about, the business side, any suggestions, and even some personal stuff, let's talk a little bit about the mask protection. So now we kind of covered a little bit about the mask wearing, but here in the state of Texas, it is in order for you to wear your mask as soon as you walk out your door, as soon as you step that foot out the side in that outside air. So we want to show the viewers a little mask scale. Now, we did get it from online. We are not certified in this field at all, but just kind of want to show you some mask protection that are out there, just so that you guys can maybe be mindful if you guys have the option to get maybe something closer to a surgical mask. Those are the ones that protect you from the virus. Now, you got to remember, if it's one-on-one. So if I have someone here, they're wearing a mask, I'm wearing a mask, you're more so like there's a 5% risk that you may get the virus. But if you're wearing the mask and you're protecting yourself, that's what it's all about right there, is that you don't either give it or receive it, kind of like just how the natural flow of the air goes. So I think this is pretty mind-blowing to see this graphic and see, even though there are some masks out there, some of them are almost like paper thin, like a t-shirt. And a lot of people say, do the blow test, like put a piece of paper or a candle and try to blow it out and see if you're your actual breath goes through and the air circulation goes through. That's another good little test. You don't want to receive any air from the outside or give it. That's why people say exactly what Ramesh said. I can't breathe. I don't want to wear it because you're very limited right there. So I know, Ramesh, you have a mask there too. Any suggestions on the type of mask and the type of protection that's out there?
Well, I think that it's important that you get a mask, and the one that you do get is one that covers your mouth and your face and your nose, and it does the trick. I see a lot of people with the bandanas. I've seen some people who are been pretty creative with the bandanas, but from my understanding, the bandanas do work if done correctly. So I think the most important thing is to wear a face covering. Obviously, it's pretty obvious to know which ones are going to be way too thin to do any good. But I think if you any standardized mask, they're available everywhere and anywhere nowadays. I think, you can't go too far without seeing somebody selling masks or masks for sale. So
Yes.
the important thing is for everyone to wear your mask. Of course, I have my mask that suits me.
Yes.
With my red circles, but other than that, I think, like I said, it's important. The interesting thing I do want to say is it's interesting. If you look at certain areas around the world that face this coronavirus, look, Italy was ground zero for coronavirus, right? Italy was the worst place in the world. Well, they're playing sports again. Their citizens are back out. Life is resuming. I think if we all did our part, went through the hard part, and did what we were supposed to, we will get there faster. It's just the starting and stopping. That's the problem, and that's why I think it lingers.
Yes, I definitely agree with you. I know Italy, Spain, like all the European countries are already kind of there. And we do have a lot more people in the United States. So we definitely want to be mindful of that. Is you guys making sure you do your part, because as long as we get it, get it started and end it. But, I'm seeing on social media, a lot of people are having parties. A lot of people, the bars are open. They're not social distancing. That is not helping the situation, because if you get it, you might not even know. You go to work or you go home, you spread. The spread is so easy. It's crazy.
Right.
So you want to be mindful. And then right now, I think hospitals are at capacity too, especially in the state of Texas. So we want to be mindful of that. Now, kind of talking about the mask, we're going to put another graphic here. This is one of our attorneys, Andy Rubenstein, and we want to talk a little bit about that mask wearing. So we want to make sure that you cover your nose. The masks start up here at the top, and then it goes down to the bottom of your mouth or your chin. So it definitely encompasses this whole area of where the mask is covered. So adjust it to your face. There's some of them that have little wires on the nose, and you see a lot of people doing that. It's because they're tightening it along their nose line right here, so that there is no gaps on the sides or anything like that. You want to make sure there's no gaps in that area of your breathing area, because that, the air can come in. Avoid touching the mask. Also, if you wash your hands, but if your hands are dirty and then you touch the mask, you're kind of just transferred whatever was on your hands. But just like Ramesh said, make sure you wash your hands as often as you can. Hand sanitizer. And even if you hand sanitize, if you have the opportunity to go wash your hands, wash, sing a song, do what you got to do before putting on and removing the mask. Some of them do allow you to wash them, but if not, there's antibacterial, the 99.9% bacteria. Spray your mask so that way it gets rid of anything on the outside as well as in the inside. So I think that's pretty good etiquette. Ramesh, I feel like we're really educating our viewers on proper etiquette on wearing masks. What do you think?
Absolutely, and I think if anything, I hope we're getting across the point that the responsibility of wearing them. Okay, that's the most important thing. I think that if you can take anything from what Marty and I are saying today, and that is to feel the responsibility to wear your mask and just do it.
Yeah.
Stop being a baby and just do it. Just do it.
Yeah. From attorney Ramesh, his opinion, stop being a baby and just do it. Like Nike says, right?
Yeah. Just do it. Just do it.
Exactly. So look, and we're gonna kind of wrap up the COVID, but kind of talking about COVID and kind of making it a little bit more fun. This weekend is 4th of July. And Attorney Ramesh, I do want to ask you, what are your plans with COVID in mind, with social distancing and wearing your mask? Okay, let's be honest. What type of things do you have in mind to do this weekend?
So actually, with this weekend, we do get the girls this weekend. So I'm really happy, and it starts as Devorah's dad, it starts the summer visitation. So I have them for 30 straight days. I'm looking forward for that. That's going to be a lot of fun. This weekend, we are going to keep it safe, practice social distancing, and I am going to start watching Stranger Things with my daughters. That's first and foremost on the list. They've been wanting us to watch that for a while. I know they've already watched the entire series, all the seasons, a couple of times, but starting July, we were going to do that. They're going to watch it with Dad, so I'm going to get into it. It's supposed to be a lot of fun. It's set back in the 80s, so that's kind of when my growing up. So I'm really going to kind of enjoy getting into that. Other than that, I think we'll probably, keep it at home. We have the pool at the house, so we'll try to use that. And I know that my sister is she works at TCH. She's a pediatric neurologist, so she's been really busy now, especially now that TCH is taking adult patients as well. So I don't necessarily know how much time we'll get to kind of spend with them, but we're trying to be responsible within the guidelines that have been set and do our part.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it sounds like you have a full-on weekend. I know some of you guys that might be watching may have a full weekend too, if you have the luxury of it. And some of you guys are like, I don't know what to do. I'm tired of getting creative ideas. I've ran out of creative ideas. So we're going to kind of help you out a little bit here today. I know I'm jealous of you, Ramesh, because you have a pool. So I think that, oh my gosh, it would be so much fun just to kind of dip away. However, you want to make sure that right now, my strong suggestion, don't go floating, don't go to beaches, where there's a lot of people, because this weekend, people are going to do it anyways. They're going to say, you know what? I'm going anyways to the beach. Yeah. So my suggestion is, be safe, be mindful of others, and definitely make the best judgment. Now, there's a lot of things you could do at home. You could paint. Just bring out red, white, and blue paint. You guys can cook. Get the kids involved. Have them just hey, we're going to do a contest. Let's see who makes guys against girls, who makes the best guacamole and cheese, or I don't know what you want to do. And then you can also have a contest. The parents could be the judges, or the kids could be the judges. You guys could do so much fun stuff during this weekend to really, entertain. Or you could do exactly what Attorney Ramesh is doing, is kind of watching some Netflix series with the family and just set up almost like a teepee or a tent style in the living room. And then everyone just right there is just having a slumber party. Another thing you guys can do that's cheap is water balloon fights. Go get balloons, or get them from Amazon Prime. They just deliver them to your door, fill them up with water, go to the backyard, and guys against girls. Again, water balloon fight. I think that would be so much fun. Taking it back to the old school days. There's so much you could do to keep you guys entertained on a wonderful weekend. So you kind of already mentioned what you're going to do, Ramesh. Now, what are your traditional plans that you normally do that you're probably going to be missing out on a little bit this weekend?
Typically, it's interesting to say. Typically, we love barbecuing. I love 4th of July is a big travel weekend. Usually, we like to get out of town. I remember, I think last year around this time, I was traveling to see probably my favorite band, which was Dead and Company, which I think a year ago, when we went out to Dallas actually to go see them. So it's a little bit of a bummer this year that there's no concerts to go see. As you know, that is something that I love to go do. But other than that, I miss the big get-togethers, the big parties, everybody being around and all of us being together. But it's only for a little bit. We'll get past it, and I look forward to everything getting back to normal. I really miss sports. I miss the baseball. I miss all of it. I know basketball's coming back, but I'm ready for it to everything to come back.
Yes, I think you, along with every man in the United States of America, pretty much is like, oh my gosh, I never thought I would have made it this far without sports. I know you guys, look, I commend you guys as y'all are figuring it out. You guys are spending more time with either your wives, your significant others, your kids. But that's what it's about. So sports will come back soon. Don't you guys worry. We'll have sports all over again. We'll have summer 2020. There'll probably be a couple of days where you can just live it up. But for now, don't live it up because we are in code red.
Exactly.
Exactly. So that's awesome. I know if you guys have the chance even, and I know Ramesh, you have a pool and stuff, but putting like your barbecue pit in your backyard and barbecuing, you still will feel that 4th of July.
Yeah, we do that. We have a barbecue grill that we can fire up.
Snack all day if you have to, right?
Right.
Awesome. So, we like to give a lot to our community, and, we're kind of giving some tips right now. We're giving some suggestions to our community. Be safe out there. I know this weekend is normally for us at the law firm. We are available 24/7 because we get that many calls during 4th of July weekend. It's crazy. So just remember, if you decide to go out or get in the car, still keep us in mind. We're here to help, but if you can, stay at home and just be safe in your environment. So I know a lot of people, have an opinion about this COVID, Ramesh, and, they think, it's not that big of a deal. It's not that serious. And some people think the total opposite, like, oh my God, this is so serious. What's happening here? And so what suggestions do you give to kind of have that balance, like respecting the ones that are like, this is just fake, and respecting the ones that think it's not? Like, where's the middle here?
It's interesting to me. I mean, look, everybody's obviously entitled to their opinion, but the one thing I cannot get with is the fact that it's not fake, okay? It's not fake. The earth is round. We landed on the moon. All these things, they're not fake, okay? It's not fake. And I understand everyone's civil liberties and their rights and their right to believe what they want to believe. However, encapsulated in that right to believe what you want to believe is your responsibility to do what's right for the community. Okay, it's our society and it's our way of thinking and philosophy that allows you the freedom to have those thoughts, but those freedoms come with a responsibility. Okay, and that responsibility is to your fellow citizens and to your fellow community. And I just believe that whether you believe it's the worst thing in the world, or it's not a joke, but it's not that big of a deal, you have a responsibility not to just yourself, but to the community, your community at large, your society. And all I would say is, in balancing that, do what's required and do the minimum that they are requiring you to do. It is not a big ask. It's not a big ask, whether you believe it or not, to wear your mask. It's not a big ask to maintain social distancing and wash your hands. It's not. Okay? It's not. And
you know what? I love that. I'm actually going to use that, Attorney Ramesh. It's not a big ask, wear your mask. I don't know if you noticed, but you just rhymed. So I love that. I think we're going to definitely use that. Yeah. And so, you know what? You gave, I love the opinion that you give, because it's a valid opinion. And I think it's something that, whether you believe or not, I agree with you that, hey, let's definitely do our part and just go about life so we can get back to the normal. I know we do have a comment that came up, and this is from Federico. He said that he shared this show. So we want to thank you for sharing it. I know the more you share, the more we get to educate other people. Yes. Ramesh giving a clap over there. We want to educate other people and making sure that we can make a difference in our community. So speaking of community, one of the things that the attorneys here at D. Miller & Associates love to do is give back to the community. You guys are always giving back, and I can't be more thankful enough. So due to COVID lately, we've had to get really creative, not just us, but you guys too at home. And our heroic behavior, we gave last month $75 towards a utility bill. Now, normally we cater to like what's happening, Mother's Day, Father's Day, etc. But with COVID, we had to get creative and kind of give to the community on what the community needs. And that was help in paying bills and stuff like that. So I think this is very rewarding. Ramesh, you could probably say how it feels for you guys to give that gift.
It's always good. I mean, like I always say it on every show, every time. We've been blessed. We've been very fortunate, and I think it's our responsibility to continue that and pay it forward. I mean, to know that we took care of somebody's bill, that is, that's the type of fulfillment that you want out of these endeavors. And we were glad that we can help. I could imagine if someone took care of some of our bills, that would be great. But but joking aside, no, it's something that we're very, very happy to do. It's something that we're very, very proud of. This project, heroic behavior, is something that we're very, very proud to do. I mean, we've been doing it now for a couple of years, and I love the fact that we continue to find innovative ways to make a difference and make a positive difference and impact in our community.
Look, and I agree with you. I would have loved for someone to pay some of my bills. But exactly. But look, we did that. And we did that for one of our winners last month, which was the month of May. We gave $75 towards a utility bill to help someone in desperate need. So I want you guys to let's check out our heroic behavior winner for last month. Let's take a look. Hey there, welcome to Heroic Behavior Winner. We have Jadon here. So congratulations on winning this month's Heroic Behavior. How does it feel to be a winner?
Oh, I'm ecstatic. Anytime you can get a bill paid is definitely a blessing.
Yes, exactly. And this month, exactly what you just said, we gave out $75 to pay towards an electricity bill or utility bill. So what bill are you going to choose for us to pay today?
Right. Well, I think like most people, your electric bill normally goes up quite a bit during the summer. So that's definitely the one that we'll be taken care of.
Okay, so here in a little bit, we're actually going to watch on how I'm going to pay it live on this camera. So tell our viewers that are watching right now, how easy was it to win this?
Right. Actually, it was super easy. It took less than 20 to 30 seconds just to enter the information, like the page, follow, and that pretty much was it. So super easy. Super easy and free too, right? Absolutely. Okay, awesome. So I want to thank you. Let's go over and get this bill paid really quick. Awesome. So we're going to go ahead and pull up your electricity bill because, nowadays we do everything electronic, right? I was going to write a check, but I decided, let's go ahead and do it electronically. So we'll go ahead and put your login information here if you just want to kind of Awesome. Okay, so let's put in the credit card information. And once I do that, I just want you to confirm with all our viewers right now that it was paid. Awesome. Okay, so let's see. Here we go. All right, so look at it. Was it paid? It was, yes.
See, it was that easy, ladies and gentlemen. And you guys can too win heroic behavior. So this month, we're also going to give $75 bundle COVID little bag together with mask, gloves, and stuff like that. So stay tuned. Until next time. Wow, what a great, rewarding gift that we gave. Attorney Ramesh, first of all, I want to say thank you to you guys for making that happen for Jadon. That's awesome.
Of course. I'm glad Jadon really enjoyed it. Like I said, it's always the best part of this, the fulfillment part of it, just to see people happy and see that it actually does make a difference, you know?
Yes, it definitely does make a difference. Right now, there's a lot of people. We definitely understand. We side with you, and we want to let you know that we care. We know that during COVID, there's a lot of people that can't work. They can't make ends meet. There's no income coming in. They don't have food. We know, and that's why we're here to be a helping hand. So I really strongly suggest any of you guys that are watching, share away our social media page, because we are doing big things to help our community. We're listening to the things that you guys need, and we are making it happen for you guys. I know in April we gave out an HEB or your local grocery store $75 gift certificate. Hey, that goes a long way. $75 is a lot of food, you know, for people that have a household to feed, and now everyone's at home. So definitely share away our social media, because we could change someone's life as well.
Yeah, you know, Marty, it's interesting you say that. You know, every time I read that there's 40 million Americans that are unemployed, I mean, you think about that's less than 1 in every 7 working Americans. I'm not counting the ones that don't work. I'm counting the ones that are working. 1 in 7 Americans. So it's pretty amazing to when you consider that, and it's really hard. It's really hard. I can't even imagine. I mean, these are unprecedented times.
Yeah, it is. They're very difficult times, and we want to let you guys know that we definitely understand. We care, and we're here for you. So please, I want you guys to feel free and put in the comment section if you guys are in need of something, so we can consider it for next month's gift. Now, I know we were kind of talking about food, and that's crazy, that statistic that you put out there, 1 in every 7 that is basically working. I'm sure those numbers are changing on a daily basis. So because of that, this month, and I know a lot of you guys are on the show trying to see if you guys won. This month, we're giving away almost a bag of tricks, or a quarantine bag. Let's call it that. I like that better. So basically in the quarantine bag, we're putting masks, we're putting gloves, food gift certificate, gas gift certificate, drinks, and so much more. Because we know that there is a need, and we know that a little bit will go a long way for a family. So now I think we're ready. Attorney Ramesh, what do you think? Are we ready to find out who the winner is?
Absolutely.
Awesome. So let's take a look at this video to see who our winner is for this month. Let's take a look. Congratulations, Felicia.
Congrats, Felicia.
Yes. So we want to say thank you for participating, but most importantly, for being our winner for the June giveaway for heroic behavior. You're going to get a whole bag of quarantine stuff, but to help you and your family.
Yeah, that was a nifty little graphic the way we did that. Nice way to do that.
Yes, we're trying to step it up in 2020. We have a lot of time now that we're in the office, in our homes. We have a lot of time to find out how we can get more in tune with you guys and really give back to you guys, whether it's from visuals, videos, and stuff like that. Let us know if you guys just need to be entertained. What do you guys want? We got you, right, Ramesh?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, so we want to thank you guys. I know if you guys will mention again that social media, today is actually social media day. So if you haven't already, yeah.
It's making the world a smaller place, you know? I mean, one thing I can offer tell you. So I was a little bit late to the social media. I mean, listen, 2008, I'm talking about being late to it, okay? I didn't do the MySpace or Friendster, and it took me a couple years to get on the Facebook. But I will tell you this. I was resistant at first too. I was really hesitant. I didn't want to do it. I thought it was dumb, this, that, and the other. And then when I joined Facebook, and within a week, I had, you know, talking to friends and family that I hadn't seen in years, or, you know, childhood friends that all of a sudden were popping up. It's amazing at how crazy the world went from being, you know, not even be able to put your arms around it to right here. I mean, I have developed and maintained so many amazing friendships and reconnected with people that I hadn't seen in years. I mean, yes, there's a lot of negative that always is kind of associated and attached to social media, but I will say this. At its core, through its intent, it's fantastic. I mean, I get to keep in touch with my family. I get to keep in touch with my friends. I've reconnected with, childhood, elementary school friends, grade school friends, fraternity brothers that we haven't seen since we left the fraternity house. I mean, it's crazy, and it's really awesome that we're all able to be interconnected this way.
Yeah, and look, I agree with you. So now you can have people in your own living room like we are right now, or in your own phone or in your car. We're there with you. We know that. All the way from Houston, Atlanta, Vegas, it doesn't matter. We are able to touch other people across the world. I think that is so powerful. You get to get knowledge from influential people from across the world. I think that is huge. So I want to, coming from me directly, I want to say happy social media day. And in honor of that, we are putting up our social media handles that we have. We do have a lot of channels. We do have Facebook English and Spanish. We do have Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, you name it, we have it. So make sure, go right now on social media day, do us the honor and go follow us right now on the social media pages. So now, Attorney Ramesh, I want to kind of close it off and pass it back to you. So if you had to leave our guests with one power tip, a power tip or a power wisdom, something powerful, what would you say to our viewers right now to motivate them or encourage them, or even just this weekend?
It's not a big ask. Wear a mask.
I love it. I wish we had a great graphic that's huge that said that, but you know what? It's coming right up because I'm going to quote it. It's not a big ask, wear your mask, and a signature of Ramesh. Okay. I love it. But you know what? Yes. And you're right. It's not a big ask, wear your mask. These times will hopefully minimize and or change. I know in Houston, Texas, we are in severe. We are on a level 1 code red. We want to at least bring it down to moderate and then eventually bring it back to ground zero, like Attorney Ramesh said. So I want to suggest that all of you guys are just moving safely out there. Just because it's open doesn't mean you have to go. Just because it's open, it doesn't mean you have to go cray like, oh, the world's back to normal. It's kind of not. So move carefully, move safely, and make a difference out there to our community. I want to thank all of you guys for tuning in to Talk to Me Tuesday on a Tuesday. I'm your host, Madi B. Until next time. Bye.
Bye.